Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, welcome to my predictions for the UK for 2026. My predictions for the UK for 2026. All right, so I'm going to do as I've done for the other countries, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I know a lot of you want me to do your individual countries, and it's okay if I don't get them done by January 1st. I can still do them the first week of January. The year is long. We still have 51 weeks after that. So please believe me, I will get to your country. I still want to do China. I still want to do Australia. And this year I am doing New Zealand separately for New Zealand. And I'm also going to do Netherlands. And I'll probably do France and Germany. Oh yeah. Divorce, is Germany going to be leaving the EU, etc. So don't worry, I will get to them. All right, I'm just trying to get the bigger ones done first. All right, so United Kingdom 2026, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Healthy is the general society, the people. Wealthy, of course, is the economy, and wise is the government and politicians and how they move out and around in the world. So I sure hope I don't see any war cards in the wise part. They keep banging the drum that they want to get World War III started for whatever reason. Well, as long as it's not their children, right? As long as it's not their children. That's all I'm going to say about that. UK 2026. Let's go. Healthy. Oh, the sun. Dark days ahead for the United Kingdom, for the people. I'm getting that the people feel very stuck. They feel like they're in a very dark place. Like, how do they move forward? How about growth? Almost this might even be like population stagnation, like low birth rate. That's what I'm getting for the native Brits. A very, like, almost like I'm hearing dark ages. It also just could even be like maybe the weather's going to be crap all year. Very like rainy and snowy and foggy and, the typical UK weather, I guess. Wow. Like no hope, no growth, nothing to be joyful for. Let's hope that figures out. Okay, so here comes the economy, and it looks like, now I'm only going to say this because I know apparently taxes are going up. So if you think this is the tax man, he gives from one hand and gives to the other, but he keeps his little bit in the middle here. I think that I think the government is going to try and prop up the economy. I really do. I think the government is going to have to prop up the economy somehow. And you think about it, that's one of the big beefs that the UK, the citizens have, is that a lot of people get handouts. They take from the working person, it gets washed through the government, and then it get more is given to the new people who've landed, rather than the poor working Brit or the hungry, I call them working poor. You work like a dog. You probably have 2, maybe 3 jobs, and you still can't make ends meet, but at least you're working. And just taking taxes and just wealth distribution is going to be the name of the game for the UK in 2026. Wow. The Fool in reverse, and I'm sure I don't have to elaborate on that. They're trying to fool people. They're acting foolish. The world thinks they're foolish. Because remember, wise is also how you're out and about. Your government, how it applies to the rest of the world. Wow. Look at that. The clock agrees. 2 major arcanas. Okay, so I had someone accuse me that I actually, the clock only rings when my hands are under my desk or something. It's ringing 10 and it's 14:39 right now. 14:40. My clock is across the room on another wall. It's a wind up. It's from the 80s. There's no way it has anything electronic in it that I could do anything under my desk and push a button. I'm just like, what are you accusing me of? That I make the clock ring because I want to be right? Like, honestly, people, honest to God, like, why would I do that? Anyways, the person who made that comment is the one who actually looks like the fool. But yeah, so apparently they've watched all my videos, and when the clock rings, my hands are off camera. And I'm like, what are you implying? Anyways, God love them. Okay. Oh, wow. This is interesting. The sun is in reverse, but the Wheel of Fortune is upright. Okay, so there's something in the populace that there is a real hope they can turn things around. Because even if you look at the sun as a circle, right, and it's in reverse, and you're trying to get that sun, turned right around, turn that frown upside down, right? And I think there's something with that going on. I think even though it's dark days in the UK and it just feels like your taxes are going up and you have a very foolish government in place, there's something here that the people really believe it can be turned around. Either they turn it around themselves. So you look at the farmers' protests, the other protests around Tommy Robinson and whatnot. And there's a real hope that even though as dark as it is, there's a way we can turn it around. I love that for you guys. Wealthy. Oh, temperance. Wow. Balancing. I'm getting that this is so far very balanced. I'm not seeing any big deep dives. I'm not seeing any super highs, and I'm not seeing any super lows. I think there's almost a blessing around long-term investments. So investing in education, investing in long-term investments. Possibly more people might be going to school. They can't find a job, so they go to school for something. Because temperance is Sagittarius, and Sagittarius rules universities. So perhaps the government provides more money for people to go to university and to get indoctrinated. Lots of major arcanas here. Wow. Okay. The Fool in reverse, Ten of Swords in reverse. I did that reading on Starmer, and Starmer's being protected. I wasn't the only one who said he'll be out by the end of the year. Oh my God, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. And he isn't. And this man is being protected. There's going to be some kind of a regeneration for the government here. It's like they've hit rock bottom with this Fool here. Fool jumped off the cliff and hit the bottom. But now that it's hit the bottom, the swords can fall out. You can pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and start all over again. And this is a 10 as well, and 2026 is a 10 year. And that's interesting because the Fool here is the 0. So it's not remembering past mistakes. I should have had that in my numerology 2025 to 2026 reading. I should have. Somebody said, "Why didn't you have the Fool?" And I thought, "Yeah, that you're right. I should have. It's a 0, and it's a 10 year, and I should have had it there. But here it is. So it's not remembering the mistakes of the past, and there is a real hitting rock bottom. This is also being stabbed in the back. Perhaps hitting rock bottom is that this is something Starmer can't escape. And there's a lot of hope because this is where the Wheel of Fortune comes in and the temperance. that people are feeling better. I'm getting goosebumps that they have a new government, or at least the old government is now gone. And so they've hit rock bottom, and there's a real sense of um, when one door closes, another door opens. And we've hit rock bottom. It can't get worse. And now we can move forward. We can pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and there's real hope on the way. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of travel in the UK this year, whether you go overseas or not. But travel, there's gonna be a lot of travel. Usually, this is my travel by air card. So perhaps a lot of people, maybe a lot of people, leave the UK. They seek their fortunes elsewhere. Perhaps they go somewhere sunny. They head off to Spain. They head off to Italy, south of France. Like I know with Brexit and that, it's, a little bit more difficult, but it's not impossible. We might see a lot of people leave the UK and find their fortunes elsewhere. Otherwise, this just could be a lot of people come from all parts of the UK and convene and try and change all their fortunes. Wow, the economy here. So it looks like to me it's almost like balanced. Um, no really big new investments. Also, if Bitcoin goes down, it might really affect the UK somehow. I don't know if you guys have a lot of Bitcoin millionaires. I know they've got tons in Thailand and lots in the United States. And, um, you might see a bank fail. Doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of new investment, though, in the UK in 2026. It looks like it's just a balancing of what's already there. All right. The government. Wow. Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be a divorce in the government. Um, I think that somebody is going to be caught doing something very foolish, falling off a cliff. And I think there's going to be some kind of, I just want to say divorce in the government. But somehow it makes the citizens very happy. There's going to be a big funeral. I think we know who that is. I don't know if I need to elaborate on that. Um, Interesting because we have low population births, and then this could also be funerals. I wonder if for the first time in UK's history, they're going to have a net minus of, let's say, original Brits. This also could be maybe perhaps they start to re-immigrate a lot of people. That could be it as well. Could be a lot of re-immigration of asylum seekers and people who claim they're refugees but aren't. There could be a lot of that, uh, and that could be some of the win that the local populations are cheering on. Look at that, an 8. Um, yeah, I really think this economy's on neutral this year and kind of inertia, kind of stuck. Taxes are going to be the big thing this year. And I just think there's just going to be, you're moving, you know, money from one pocket to another. There's not any real gains to be made. No, you have to remember this is a tarot for fun and entertainment purposes only, and the full disclaimer is down below. Knight of Wands in reverse. Wow. Look at the government's all in reverse. The government's all upside down. Um, you know who this Knight of Wands here is in reverse? I know he's not a knight, but is what's his name? The opposition guy. Oh, I'm drawing a blank. I can't believe I can't. It's Nigel. I can't Farage. I can't believe I didn't remember that. He's an Aries. So there he is. I don't think he'll be the next leader at all. Maybe this Queen of Swords is coming in. Oh, I think I did do a reading about the UK saying a female or Starmer. That was it. On Starmer, his personal year is that he'll be brought down by a female, and here she is. Here she is. But it won't be Nigel Farage. It won't be him either. I think this tells me he's leaving. Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I think for the people of the UK, it's lots and lots of tears this year. This actually, if I got Four of Wands and Ace of Cups in reverse, I'd say this is a funeral that really affects the people a lot. This is mass crying. I think that's a big possibility this year. And I know he's not the most favorite king, but I know a lot of the British people who are the monarchists, the royalists, they take it very personally when a royal family member leaves. And I think sometimes you don't cry for the missing person, you cry for the people around them that are upset. So to see William so upset and see Anne so upset and Edward, and I think that tugs at people's hearts even more so than sometimes, right? Sometimes it's you're crying because you see the other people in so much pain and so much grief. There is going to be a mass funeral event in the UK in 2026. Sorry, there is. There is. Okay. All right. Oh, the tower. Wow. Yeah, the UK economy is going to be, taxes are going to be, and that was the first thing that came up, taxes. This is not going to be a great year, especially with the Ace of Pentacles there in reverse. I'm not saying that we're going to see a lot of um, ups and downs at all. I think it's going to be very flatlined. I think there's going to be a lot of inertia. Um, the thing is with the tower can be good or bad. It's the hand of God. Tower can be a lottery win, or the tower can be a stroke or a massive heart attack or a sudden accident. I'm going to say that if you look at the crown and all the tears and everything, something happens to the monarchy that affects the economy. Also, this hand of God, I think there is going to be some kind of mass civil event that affects the economy. So perhaps it's like a terrible winter storm that shuts down, people can't get to work, the roads are a mess. um, Lines are knocked down. Like some of these ice storms come in and they knock everything out for weeks on end. So we might see something like that. Uh, you know, I don't know, some kind of, but it's the hand of God. So it's some kind of natural event that really puts a dent in the economy somehow, or something shocking happens that really affects the economy. And a lot of times, sometimes the economy can be psychological too, right? The mood of the people. Um, maybe this mass event, that's why a lot of people leave and go to sunnier places. Something is definitely is up for the UK. All right, government. Oh, geez, they're all in reverse. Two knights and a queen and a fool. Yeah, I think I'm going to say that this government is not doing very well at all. Three of Cups. There is some kind of celebration. I'm going to say this government's going to fall. Absolutely going to fall. But who recovers from it is not who you think is going to be there. I don't see Niall Farage there. Um, Actually, I think it'll be that Queen of Swords. I really do. Um, I'm getting like Margaret Thatcher vibes. Really strong Margaret Thatcher vibes. And I think other people around her are going to leave her high and dry. But overall, there will be joy. There'll be coming together with other countries. Other countries are coming, to your aid. Um, wow, this government's going to fall in ruin, and it'll rise though. Like a female will come to the top, but she'll have a couple of people who she thought she could count on who are going to definitely back out. I think there's going to be a big mass funeral. I think also there's going to be a big mass civil event, and has maybe nothing to do with the king. It could be like a natural disaster somehow or something. Maybe with this sun not coming out for days on end, maybe the fields, the crops don't come to fruition, or big flooding, and I don't know what it is. It's the hand of God. I have no idea. All right. Well, try to have a good year. Hang on to those pounds. According to these cards, according to my sources, it's a good year just to keep everything balanced. And, this Tower card could be something that flashes that makes the UK money too. I don't know what that could be though. All right. Thank you for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.